Dr. Siti is a senior lecturer at the Faculty of Educational Studies, University Putrajaya, Malaysia.
She is an expert linguist who began her academic journey at UITM, graduating in teaching English as a second language.
She then went to earn both her master's and doctorate at UPN, specializing in teaching English as a second or foreign language.
With her knowledge and dedication, Dr. Siti has inspired many future teachers and English and language learners.
Let's all give a warm welcome to Dr. Siti Nadira Abdurrahman.
Okay, thank you to our wonderful MCs for today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good afternoon everyone. How are you today? Okay? Healthy? Okay. I think I want to move down to the stage. Down the stage, is that okay with you guys? Or do you want me to stay up here? Stay up, okay. Okay. Just gonna. Okay, so assalamualaikum again, and hello everyone. Today we are going to talk about something that is very much related to your Read-a-Thon, which is the title for the topic Read Smarter. Okay, so don't worry, it's not going to be a very serious, scary, boring talk. Hopefully not. Okay. So hopefully we will try to talk about active reading and bilingual reading, because I'm sure a lot of you here can read and speak more than 2 languages. So we want to talk about that. Okay. So before we begin, perhaps we can start with who am I? Sorry, I think the people at the back can't really see very well, but hopefully you can see me very well, right? So who am I? As our beautiful MCs have mentioned just now, I am Siti Nadira Abdurrahman. My students call me Dr. Nat, or previously when I was a language teacher, they call me Miss Nat. So you can call me Miss Nat as well if you want. Okay, so I did my degree in TESOL, teaching English as a second language, and then my master's and PhD as the MCs have said. And I was previously a language instructor. So what does the language instructor do? We teach English proficiency skills such as reading, writing, listening, and speaking, which is what you are doing in your classes right now. Okay? Okay, so before we begin, perhaps I can ask some warm-up questions. Okay, how many of you like to read? Please raise your hand. I like to read. Raise your hand. Oh, that's very good. Okay, very good for the MCs as well. Okay, so what do you like to read? Okay, how many of you like to read comic books? Comic books. Comic books. Okay, how many of you like to read novels? Novels? Wow. How many of you like to read short stories? Short stories. Okay, what about how many of you like to read poetry, poems? Wow, so many. That's so good. Okay, so I think I'm going to step down now because this is so far away. Sorry, I think I'm so far. Okay, so once we're closer now, hopefully the girls at the back can see me. Can you see me? Yes? Okay, that's good. Sorry. I keep looking at the wrong monitor. Okay, so I'm so sorry the slides are so small. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk to you and hopefully you can listen to my voice and capture. I know that we have different types of learners, you know. For me, for example, I like to see what I am talking about. Okay, so active reading. So before we talk about what you read and how do you read it, let's talk about active reading. So active reading is something that I think some of you have done before, but maybe you don't realize that you're doing active reading. But why is active reading so important? It's important because it is reading with focus, questioning, and interaction instead of passively scanning a text. So basically, when you're reading, you're asking yourself a lot of questions, and it's something that's really good because it helps with self-reflection, it helps with understanding a text better, and it helps with you understanding the people around you better as well. Okay, so what are the steps in active reading? So perhaps maybe I'll let these boys sit down first because I feel like the girls at the back can barely see me. It's okay. Okay, so the first step in active reading is preview before reading. So before you read, what do? You preview. Okay, so don't worry, we're going to do the steps together after this. And I have some prizes for people who can answer my questions. So hopefully all of you pay attention, okay? Okay, so first, before we read, we preview what we are going to read. So, for example, if you're reading a novel, right? So, you read the title first. Like, for example, okay, have you ever gone to a bookstore or the library and then the book is wrapped? And then you cannot read what is inside the book. So, what do you do? Yes? Yeah, you read the title and then you read the summary or the blurb at the back, right? Okay, so maybe after this, when I'm asking questions, I might need help from your teachers to help identify who wants to answer. Okay, okay, the second one, you ask questions while reading. Okay, so for example, you ask, why did the author say this? So, for example, if you read an article about global warming, right, and then the author says, global warming has reached a level that is beyond what we expected 10 years ago. So you're thinking, oh, why did the author say this? Because the author probably did research about global warming 10 years ago. And then they were like, oh no, now it has exceeded our expectations, right? So you think about that and you are able to reflect and critically think about what happens in the future and hopefully predict what should happen after this, okay? After that, the third step of active reading is annotate and highlight. So when you are writing notes, right? When you are learning in class, what do? You highlight, right? Or you write notes at the side of the text to identify what is the main idea of the reading. And then after that, you summarize and reflect and you connect to prior knowledge. You connect what you have read to prior knowledge that you have. Okay, so now I'm going to perhaps get the assistance of my wonderful MCs. Okay, so we're going to do an activity. Okay, so when I ask a question, the MCs will identify a person in the crowd who raises their hand so that we can call them to the front and then they can answer that question. Okay? Okay? Okay, so we will try to be fair, yeah? I'm sure my MCs will be fair and very diligent in finding who to answer the question. Okay, wait. Okay, so let's do this activity together. Okay, so this is a paragraph from a story. Okay, it is a novel. Have you ever read the novel Hunger Games? How many of you have watched Hunger Games before? You watched the movie Hunger Games. Okay, that's good. Okay, how many of you have read Hunger Games before? Okay, okay, very good. Quite a number of you. Okay, so this is the first paragraph of Hunger Games, the book Hunger Games, and the first chapter. Okay, and the chapter is called The Tributes, Chapter 1. When I wake up, the other side of the bed is cold. My fingers stretch out, seeking Prim's warmth, but finding only the rough canvas cover of the mattress. She must have had bad dreams and climbed in with our mother. Of course she did. This is the day of the reaping. Okay, so this is my first question, okay? And you only raise your hand if you want to answer because you have to come to the front and answer, okay? My MCs are going to help me to find out who wants to answer. Okay, so the first question is, how do you preview before reading this text? Okay, hopefully my MCs can help. Okay, can you come to the front? Give him a round of applause. The bravery. Okay. Okay, I'm going to give you the floor now. Okay, answer the question. So, how do you preview this before reading based on what I talked about just now?
Read the title.
Yes?
Read the title.
Okay, so what is the title that you can see?
The tribute.
The tributes. Yes, correct.
I know.
Okay, see? Easy, right? You answer a question, you answer correctly, you get something. Okay? Okay, so let's look at the second one. What's the second one? Ask questions while reading. Okay, so I'm going to find some people, some volunteers who can answer the question. Yes, please come to the front. Come, come, come. Please come here, answer the question here. Yay! Quick, quick, quick. Okay, so, okay, you have a breather? Great. Okay, so what's your name? Maya. Okay, so you can use your own mic. It's okay. Okay, so what questions do you ask yourself before reading?
Whose POV, whose point of view is this?
Oh, very good. Whose point of view is this? Yes. Okay, that's a very good question. Why is it important for us to ask whose point of view is this?
So that we can understand if it's like the character, what's she like wearing, or if it's a girl or a boy.
Yeah, that's very good. Okay, thank you, Mariam. Okay, so thank you. Okay, so it's very important for us to know the point of view because who is writing is very important to what we understand about the text. So, for example, the writer here is the main character of Hunger Games. So the feelings that she is feeling when she finds her sister is not beside her is very important because you realize, oh, she feels very disturbed by the fact that her sister is gone. But she immediately realizes, oh, it's because her sister is with her mother. Okay? Okay. So the third one, annotate and highlight intentionally. So the question is, what would you annotate and or highlight based on this paragraph here? Raise your hand. Okay, so teacher can find you. Okay. Okay, come to the front. Come, come. Come quickly. Okay. Come here. Okay, sorry, what's your name?
Zaidan.
Huh? Okay, that's great. Okay, so what would you annotate or highlight in that text there?
The important parts.
Hmm?
the important part.
Okay, what's one example of an important point?
The main point in the main chapter.
Okay, so for example, in that paragraph, what is the main point?
The main point.
Yeah, you can read the paragraph again if you want. Yeah, sorry. Okay, what is the main point of that paragraph? What is something that in the paragraph that makes you curious? You want to know more.
She must have bad dreams.
Oh yeah, one of them is the fact that the sister always has bad dreams, right? So it's something very important to describe in the story. Okay, thank you. Give them a clap. Okay. Okay, so next question. Okay, so based on this, you can read it when you come to the front. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you the chance to read it. Okay, based on this paragraph, summarize and reflect how you feel. Yeah, who wants to answer? Yes, please come.
Wait, Ada.
Huh? Yeah, yeah. Can I answer it? Huh?
You want to answer? Oh, sure.
Yeah, of course, please. Okay, what can you summarize and reflect? You can read the paragraph first.
Like she feels like very close to her sister, but like suddenly when she's like waking up and like she doesn't find her sister and she just like misses her, and like she has like so much like bad dreams. And what I can like reflect is that like even though her sister's gone, she will always remember her and like always seek her attention, you know, like that.
Okay, thank you so much. What's your name?
Amira.
Oh, Amira. Okay, thank you, Amira. Very good. Amira. Okay. Okay. So, why is it important for us to reflect? It's important because when you read something, we have to reflect, we have to think about the feelings of the people that are writing, and then we also have to think about our own feelings. Like, for example, right, when you think about how she misses her sister who's sleeping beside her, you think about, oh my God, if I also miss my sister, I also sleep with my sister at night, right? So, of course, these are feelings that we should reflect on because we will be able to be more empathetic and also understanding towards other people. Okay? And finally, is of course you connect to prior knowledge. Okay, so based on your reflection, you connect to whatever that you know already. Okay, does anyone want to answer the last question? Okay, so the last question. Calm down. Okay, the last question is okay. Yes.
Can you call Abaida? Because everyone wanted to do it.
Sorry.
Can you call the guy called Abaida? Because everyone wanted to.
Ubaida.
Can you ask him to do it? Can you ask him?
Ubaida. Is it? Why? Why is everyone calling on Ubaida? Very special person. Ah, okay. Our friend to the come to the front.
The who wants to do it apart from Abaida? Never mind.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so my last question is what prior knowledge or what knowledge that you have before can you relate to this paragraph? You can read it first.
Like know the knowledge of like how it happens sometimes to yourself if it happens, and also like know the knowledge of some of the figurative languages here that I
Sorry,
used.
what?
also know some of the knowledges of the figurative languages used.
Ah, okay. So what, for example, is a figurative language that you have knowledge on for this one?
Like to also know like when I woke up, the other side of the bed is cold. My fingers stretch out, seeking crimson earth, but finding only the rough canvas. It shows like either you're not in a good mood or you had a bad dream.
Okay, that's very interesting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Baira. Okay, so so based on what we did, the activity we did just now, right? Do you think you learned something new about reading? Yes, hopefully, right? Okay, so the next time you read, you should try to connect your ideas with things around you. Try to make your guesses, okay? So, based on based on what we've learned before, okay, of course, just now, like I said, all of you probably know that more than two languages. So we have to talk about the benefits of bilingual readers or people who can read in more than one language. Okay, so of course, there's language growth and cognitive growth. So for language growth, we can strengthen our vocabulary in both languages, improve translation and code switching, as well as for cognitive, we can boost our memory, problem solving, and mental flexibility. For example, just now, you notice your friends were using their brain a lot, right, to answer the questions. So that's their cognitive benefits, okay? And then encourages cultural understanding and empathy, okay? Okay, and finally, of course, we want to cultivate an intentional and enjoyable reading habit. Okay, so just one last question from me. Just one last question. Why do you think I use the word intentional reading habit here? Okay, can anyone help find this person who wants to answer? The teacher, perhaps? You can help? Okay, why did I use the word intentional reading? Why not just enjoyable? Last question, quick. Okay. Okay, your teacher has chosen someone from the back. I'm so sorry. Okay. Sorry, what's your name?
Abu Bakr.
Okay. So, why do you think I chose the word intentional? Why not just enjoyable reading?
Because it's all in our all.
Ah, okay. You have your own microphone. So, why intentional reading? Why not just enjoyable?
It's in our all intention of reading, why we are reading, and the purpose of reading.
Yes, very good. Give them a clap. Okay. Okay. So I'm so sorry I didn't bring enough snacks for everyone. I wish I could. Okay. So just to sum up my session with you, that's why we have to put purpose and intention into our reading. It shouldn't just be because, oh my God, my teacher told me to read because of this readathon. No, it should be because I want to read. I want to know more about this. I want to gain something from what I'm reading. Okay, so I think that's all from me today. So I hope that you learned something and you enjoyed this session today. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you again some other time. Okay? Assalamualaikum.
Thank you. Who's line is it? Me, right? Thank you very much, Dr. City, for your inspiring words. Announcing the arrival of Professor Dr. Mazzi bin Malik, Chairman of International Institute and Advanced Islamic Studies, to the launching ceremony of Read-a-Thon for the year 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up for the national anthem. Please stand up.
All guests may be seated. And now, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Mesli Malik to deliver the officiating speech and launch of the 2025 Read-a-Thon campaign. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Mesli.
Salam. صباح الخير. كيف حالكم؟ تتكلمون العربية؟ Oh, Masya Allah. Boleh cakap bahasa Melayu? Boleh. Selamat tengah hari. First and foremost, thank you, Dato', and children in front of me. I feel very grateful to be here today with all of you, especially when the topic that we're going to discuss today is about reading. Who hates reading? Raise up your hand. What did I ask? Who hates reading? Are you sure? They're being very honest. And I don't blame them. Okay. Okay, once again. Who hates reading? Raise up your hand. Okay. Blame the Netflix. Okay, kids, children. Why do we read? Because we were forced. Okay. Okay, good. I found 1,001 reasons why you are reading, and most of them because your teachers force you to read. Am I right? No, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That was the case of my kids too. Yeah. But, children, when 7 years ago, when I was a minister of education, I always tell the children of Malaysia that they need to read. Just like they need to eat, they need to drink, they need to put on nice clothes. Why? Because they need to live. We need to read because we don't want to be stupid. We need to read. We need to read so nobody can make fun of us. We need to read. We need to read so nobody can scam us. When you read, kids, listen. When you read, you know more. You know more than your friends. You know more than your siblings. You know more than your teachers. You know more than your parents. But if you don't read, your friends will know more than you. Your parents will know more than you. Your neighbors will know more than you. And the worst part, all the bad people outside there, they know that can manipulate you. They can make fun of you. They can take your money. They can take your parents' money. Okay. And the worst part, the worst part, the worst part, they can take your life. I'm, I'm not sure what's so fascinating about that. but I'm I've started to enjoying it. I mean the exuberance is okay. Kids, no joke. I'm telling you that reading is very important. When you read, you can know about your life. You know about yourself. You know about every single organs that you live with, every single person that you're living with, and all the surrounding. It is important to know people whom we are living with, place where we live in, and the world that we reside in. Otherwise, if you are ignorant about all these things, you will be easily manipulated by others. Others can take a lot of advantage from you. Just like I mentioned earlier, they can take your money, they can take your freedom, they can even take your life if you don't read. So this is why you need to read. You need to read a lot. But reading alone is not enough. You must have three things in your life when you read. Number one, you must critically looking at what you read. Not only you understand them, but you must critically questioning whatever you read. You must try to understand and try to question. Is it true? Where is the sources? Is there any facts? Is there any, proof and evidence supporting whatever the book tells you? You must try not to be satisfied with whatever you read. Question. Impose questions. Because when you ask a lot of questions, you find the answers. When you have the answers, you must not feel satisfied. Question the answers. So it will be an ongoing journey that will make you far away from stupidity. That will make you far away from being manipulated by others. Yeah. That will make you far away from being ridiculed by others. Yeah. And number two, when you read, you ask your teachers about it. Okay. Number two, when you read, you must analyze whatever you read. Ask why, how, and so what. Yeah. You must always ask, if it is not this, would it be like that? If why, and you ask why, you should keep asking why. Yeah. Because you want to know what's really happening. You must not be satisfied with whatever information that you read. Yeah. And number three, after you critically looking at what you read and you analyze whatever you have read, you must have the inquisitive and innovative mentality. You try to find if it is not like this, what it's supposed to be. Have you watched Night at the Museum movie? Have you watched that movie where the museum came alive during night time? Who was the hero of that movie? A night watchman, a security guard, just like what you have in front of the school. But the security guard, or what they call it as night watchman, when he encountered the living museum, the living dinosaur bones, the living, whatever figures and miniatures walking to him and tried to, scare him. He did not get scared. What did he do? He confronted them. Am I right? Before he confronted them, what did he do? He go to the library. He go to the internet. He tried to do some research. Why is this bone walking? What is the story of these cowboys? What is the story of these Mongolians people? What is the story? He tried to understand. And when he understood every single story about all those things that came alive in the museum, he started to communicate with them and tried to confront them. Even ghosts will scared of you if you read and you know more about them. That's how important reading is. Yeah. Because when you know more about them, they know less about you. So this is the reality of human life. When you know more about others and others know less about you, you win the game. You are the champion. Yeah. I mean, the same goes to sports. The same goes to football. The same goes to any competition. When you know more about your opponents and your opponents know less about you, you will win. But when your opponents know more about you and you know less about them, you'll be defeated. You're a sure loser. This is where reading is important. But again, you read things critically. After you read things critically, you find a lot of questions, you find a lot of answers, you must analyze it, trying to find alternatives. But that is not enough. You must have inquisitive and innovative mindset and mentality. So after you read, you must produce something. After you read, you must come up with a conclusion, your own conclusion. You must innovate something. This is where I trust your teachers have been teaching you when you're learning about mathematics, about sciences, about physics, about chemistry. They always mention the names of the classical Muslim scholars who are also scientists. All these scientists of the past, like Ibn Sina, like Ibn Khaldun, like Al-Kindi, and all these endless names, they all started with reading. But they read things critically, they analyze things, and they are investigating things, and they invent things. This is how scientists was born, or scientists were born. And I'm trust all of you here, all of you kids in front of me here, you are future scientists. You are the future leaders. You are the future shapers of Malaysia and the world. But you must start with reading. Read things critically, analyze what you have read, and try to innovate things. Can you do that? But you must start with reading. And please stop your hate on readings. Don't hate readings. You must read. Read is our lifestyle. Read is our way of life. One cannot live without reading, or else he will forever being manipulated by others. Okay, I think that's enough for today. For teachers, for kids, and for parents. I really hope that reading will be part of our lifestyle and continue reading. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I would request for all students to please stand up as we are about to honor the Merdeka by playing the Jalur Gumilan. Please all
I would like to thank Professor Dr. Mazdi bin Malik for his amazing speech. It was an honor having you.
Then what do we do next? We do the workshop, supposedly. Introduce to you the aim of the Readathon program.
Welcome to our Read-a-Thon. The challenge for this year for our school is to collectively read 3,000 books, discovering ideas, sparking curiosity, and making sense of the world around us. This program is all about helping us read with focus, stay motivated, and build habits that make reading something we all truly enjoy.
Are you done? So let's dive in.
So let's dive in, explore together, and make this a meaningful and inspiring journey.
Thank you, Riwa. Reading isn't just a school skill, it's a life skill. It teaches us how to think critically, communicate clearly, and understand different perspectives. When we read, we grow, not just in knowledge, but in empathy, creativity, and confidence. And when more students read with purpose, it creates a stronger and more connected school community where ideas are shared, voices are heard, and learning becomes something we all own together. So today's Readathon isn't just about books, it's about building a culture of curiosity and growth.
Alhamdulillah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we have been graced by the chance to gather in this amazing event. Next, I would like to warmly invite Sulaiman 7A for the recitation of the Holy Quran.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق اقرأ وربك الأكرم الذي علم بالقلم علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم كلا إن الإنسان ليطغى أن رآه استغنى إن إلى ربك الرجعى أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى أرأيت إن كان على الهدى أو أمر بالتقوى أرأيت إن كذب وتولى ألم يعلم بأن الله يرى كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا من ناصية كاذبة خاطئة فليدع ناديه سندع الزبانية كلا لا تطعه واسجد واقترب.
Thank you, Sulaiman, for the recitation of the Quran just now. Before we move on, let us begin. Before we move on, let us begin with the recitation of the dua to seek blessing in our event today. I would like to invite Amir Rayyan, Year 6, to lead the recitation of the dua today.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل محمد وسلم. اللهم لك الحمد كما ينبغي لجلال وجهك ولعظيم سلطانك. اللهم أعز الإسلام والمسلمين وأذل الشرك والمشركين وانصر إخواننا المسلمين في فلسطين على اليهود الظالمين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار وصلى الله على سيدنا محمد وآله وسلم.
Thank you, Amir Rayyan, for this recitation of the dua.
To begin our program, I would like to invite Professor Dr. Isra Mahmood, the Academic Director and School Principal, Spectrum International School, to give an opening speech.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Let us remember the profound importance that the pursuit of knowledge holds in Islam. The very first word of the Quran that was revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was read. The divine instruction is a constant reminder that seeking knowledge is not only a personal choice but a religious obligation. Knowledge in all its forms enriches our hearts and minds and brings us closer to understanding our world and our Creator. Through today's workshop, we have demonstrated how we use any form of literature to teach Islamic values and emphasize our morals and beliefs. As we launch our annual Read-a-Thon, we do so in the spirit of the Malaysian Independence Month, celebrating the 68th Merdeka Day with the theme Malaysia Madani Rakyat Disantuni. I had to practice that a lot. We reflect on the values that shaped this nation: unity in diversity, resilience in the face of challenge, and courage. Malaysia's journey to independence was influenced by visionaries who valued the power of words, ideas, and the pursuit of knowledge. It is through learning and understanding, whether from history, literature, or shared stories, that we can grow as communities, societies, and countries. Celebrating Malaysia's Independence Month reminds us that knowledge is not only a means for personal growth, but also a tool for building a stronger, more knowledgeable, and unified society. We also begin our Readathon with the intention to empower ourselves and our community. May this month inspire us to read widely, reflect deeply, and honor both our heritage and our future through the books we choose and the stories we share. Our readathon is not just about counting books or winning challenges. It is about opening our minds to the wisdom found in all kinds of books, whether they teach us about science, history, art, or even fiction. In reading stories, we grow in empathy, creativity, and critical thinking. Islam encourages us to explore the world, to question, to reflect, and to learn from everything around us. Every book we open is an invitation to deepen our understanding, to build bridges with others, and to nurture the curiosity that is at the root of all progress. Let us begin this readathon with enthusiasm, carrying the intention to seek knowledge for the betterment of ourselves and our community. May Allah guide our efforts and make us people of knowledge, wisdom, and compassion. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Isra, for the remarkable speech just now. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the video that we presented last year's Readathon recap video. Please enjoy.
Yeah, in the So, what is the picture here? A house. And what else? It's raining. Yeah, and what else? The drops of water are coming down. And is there anybody in the house? Who's in the house? People. What do they look like? They look small. Okay, let's read about the people. Okay, the sun did not shine. It had 10 little fingers and 10 little toes. You all have 10 fingers? Can you check? Can you sometimes get sneezing and chilling? Yeah, do you like start sneezing and coughing? So this baby, he got sick. And what are they giving him? Do you like medicine? No, I'm always coughing until 30 days until
سلام الشيار لنا وباسم السلام اتقينا هنا لتجعل يا رب أيامنا على هذه الأرض بشرى السلام. Peaceful, 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 peace. Peaceful, 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 peace. We made peace a symbol of ours. In the name of peace, we gather here now.
I repeat, students, can you please settle down?
Still not